Hey everyone, I'm Kevin Hunsperger alongside Chris Hagstrom from All-American Pro Wrestling, and we want to say thank you for watching ESPN All-Americans.
That's right, Kevin. We want to thank ESPN, ABC, and WSIL TV3 for this very special start time of AAPW Collision. Normally you can catch us every other Saturday beginning at noon here on TV3, but our next episode will also be at noon, but it'll be on Christmas Eve, a very special Christmas edition of Collision. Today's episode, though, is going to be huge, and I mean that literally.
That's right. The 450-pound Mississippi Madman takes on the old-school warrior Allwardt. The winner of that match will be the new #1 contender for Edmund Livewire McGuire's AAPW Heavyweight Championship, and that match will be contested then on January 14th at Main Event.
That's right, and we also have scheduled for today an interview with you and Mike Masters. Not exactly sure what Mike Masters wants, but apparently he's got a losing streak and he wants to talk about it. I don't know, you'll have to just tune in and stay tuned because that's coming up a little bit later on today, but on January 14th, with a bell time of 6:45 p.m. It's AAPW Main Event from Black Diamond Harley-Davidson's warehouse. Kevin, this is going to be the biggest show in AAPW history.
It is, Chris, and I'm very excited about it, and I hope the fans are as well. Pac will be here. He's an international wrestling superstar, as well as El Generico, and Boom Boom himself, Colt Cabana, will be here in Marion coming up on January 14th.
Kevin, I can't wait for it. I know you're excited. I'm excited. It's the biggest show in AAPW history. We want to see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AAPW Collision. I'm Kevin Hunsperger alongside Executive Producer Chris Hagstrom. And Chris, when we went off the air a few weeks ago, we had no idea what would happen with the tag team title situation.
That's right, Kevin. Curly and Heath Hatton were disqualified after Curly inadvertently struck the official Brad Smithson. However, the titles do not change hands on a DQ, so they remain tag team champions. But I've been told there is a major situation regarding who is the #1 contender for those titles, and we're hopefully going to find out more about that on our special Christmas Eve edition of AAPW Collision.
From Hattonville, Illinois, he weighs 201 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Rose.
Christian Rose coming out to the ring and not getting a very warm reception from the folks here at Black Diamond Harley-Davidson.
Not at all, Kevin. We've seen Christian Rose before, and he is a man that, well, let's face it, he is not well liked by many folks, and in fact, he had to try to change his due in order for him to get over with the fans, and that's still not working.
Absolutely.
And introducing his opponent, he hails from the USA. He weighs in at 255 pounds. He is the All-American.
And the All-American, all decked out in his red, white, and blue. Our most patriotic member here of All-American Pro Wrestling. It's only fitting that we have the All-American on this episode of Collision.
Well, you know, Kevin, the last time we saw the All-American, he lost a poker face and a heck of a contest, but the All-American, he is here to show that he is ready to fight for that red, white, and blue.
That's right. He is one of our most patriotic, if not the most patriotic superstar here. Christian Rose, as we've mentioned, kind of changed his look since the last time we saw him here on Collision. Has the black and pink and blonde hair going now.
And you know, I think part of that is trying to get back on the winning track. We know that we've seen Christian Rose. He looks definitely a lot better than the last time we saw him here in the second episode of AAPW Collision.
That's right. Christian Rose already challenging the bigger man here, the All-American, to a test of strength. We'll see how that works out. Of course, a boot to the stomach and a quick side headlock. An All-American sends him into the ropes. And a nice shoulder tackle by the All-American. And Christian Rose is dazed early on in this contest.
Well, Christian Rose, the look may have changed, but it looks like that his winning ways have not yet, because the All-American is all over Christian Rose early, and he looks a little. It looks like he's off his game a little bit.
He's already a little befuddled, a little bamboozled, if you will, by the All-American. The All-American getting an early advantage here, and Christian talking some trash now. Goes for a handshake and moves it right into another side headlock. All-American won't stay in this very long, though. Sends him back into the ropes once again. Oh, this time Christian avoids going down to the shoulder tackle.
Well, I guess he wants a reset, Kevin, because so far what Christian's doing is just not working. The All-American is just taking it well in stride.
And Christian Rose kind of cocky off the ropes that time and can't take the big man down once again. All-American is solid muscle, almost like Mount Rushmore. Standing there, standing tall, standing proud, and is not going to go down to Christian Rose. Oh, a foot stomp, and that's definitely not good.
And he's not going to take it. It's a great shoulder tackle by the All-American.
And Christian Rose is reeling once again as we get a couple of elbows into the rib cage area. All-American follows it up with a nice clothesline. And crowd support coming into play here as Christian Rose, with the illegal eye gouge, rakes the eyes, has the big man dazed once again. Reversal into the corner. And another shoulder tackle.
All-American is rolling on all cylinders here, Kevin.
Yeah, I think Christian Rose may be black, white, and blue after this one. Is a pinning 2.
No! I thought he had him at 3, Kevin. I didn't see him moving.
That's right, Christian Rose late to kick out there, and a big scoop slam. And the All-American is definitely dominating this matchup in a big elbow drop.
Well, he's 256 pounds. Another cover, Kevin. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. He's 256 pounds of solid muscle. Look, I mean, he is the man that represents All-American Pro Wrestling. He is the All-American.
That's right. Hails from the good old US of A and goes into that second turnbuckle now. Does the All-American. Christian Rose buying some time here, catching his breath, and verbally assaulting him as well as physically.
You see that, Kevin? I thought he was going to go for a chop. He ended up going with like almost a fist up to the face.
Yeah. And the All-American now with a roll-up here.
Watch out.
1, 2.
Oh, no.
Oh, and his shoulder went right into that ring post.
Oh, did you see that, Kevin? I mean, his shoulder might have separated there on that steel ring post. That is solid steel.
And now Christian Rose taking full advantage of that and working the steel once again.
And Kevin, we talked about this the last couple of episodes, but look who's joined us out at ringside. Brooklyn Bobby is here.
Brooklyn Bobby once again making his presence known. This is the first time that Christian Rose and the All-American have wrestled. Brooklyn Bobby scouting someone again.
He's giving us a thumbs up, Kevin. I'm not sure if he's scouting Christian Rose, the All-American, but I assume that he's very pleased with what he's seen with Christian Rose, so I have to believe he's scouting Christian Rose, right?
I would guess so. Christian Rose obviously in control now, working that hurt shoulder of the All-American, and that was literally a tide changer here. All-American is definitely hurting. Crowd now getting into this matchup saying USA, getting the chant going.
And the crowd trying to get behind him there, and look, All-American stirring though. He's trying to get back up to a vertical base.
Yeah, a lot of times the fan support is what we need here in All-American Pro Wrestling. Any kind of athletic competition, and it's working. He's powered out of this move by Christian Rose, but Christian once again with that.
Oh man, what a lock. It looked like Christian Rose able to block that. Is again, you get a good look here of Brooklyn Bobby. He's here, he's trying to scout this match, and Christian Rose, since Brooklyn Bobby got out here, he's been on a roll.
That's right. We've kind of got the Bobby view right now, Brooklyn Bobby view, and now Christian Rose working that 5 count to its full advantage too. Referee Brad Smithson giving him the 4 count, going up to 5. If he gets to 5, we get a disqualification here.
Well, now the All-American, he's trying to, we run right into that top turnbuckle, and that left arm has got to be just smarting right now.
And a guy as strong as the All-American, you want to do something like this, dissect him, take that upper body strength away. We saw some big shoulder tackles and body slams earlier by the All-American on Christian Rose. Christian Rose taking full advantage, though, and twisting that arm now.
And now the fan again trying to get behind the All-American here. Stiff shot to the head by the All-American, trying to get some feeling back into that arm.
And now he whips Christian, and there's another reversal. And his shoulder goes right into that top turnbuckle once again. And we get a quick cover here.
2.
Very cocky and confident cover, but not enough to put the All-American away.
He didn't have all of his body weight all over the All-American, Kevin. And
No.
I think that's kind of what did him in there. If he would have put all his body weight on there, he might have gotten the 3 count.
Yeah, needed to snag that leg as well as, referee got to watch those closed fist punch.
That one left All-American staggering into the ropes now.
You know, the last time we saw Christian Rose, he smacked his hand on that steel post, and apparently, as that chop continues to sting the All-American, that hand is doing just fine.
That's right. All-American's shoulder is hurt. It's held over that top rope right now.
Oh, watch out! Oh, and it looks like his shoulder hit the top turnbuckle too, Kevin. As Christian Rose, though, again, trying to mount, All-American, trying to mount a comeback. Christian Rose, though, laying in wait. What has he got in store here?
He's going up.
Heads up!
Oh, caught him right in the breadbasket there, did the All-American.
By taking the wind out of him.
Rose is definitely going to be gasping for some air right now. All-American perhaps mounting a comeback here as the fans continue the USA chant.
Uh-oh, watch out. We've seen this before, Kevin, on the All-American. He's kind of getting excited. He's getting riled up.
He is All-American, red-blooded American, and throwing those fists, and now
the big boot! Oh, he lost his gum, Kevin. He knocked, and looks like Brooklyn Bobby's just saying no.
Doesn't like what he sees, and there's a big leg, and he misses.
Missed the leg drop, though. Brooklyn Bobby might want to take a look at this here.
Christian Rose pointing to his head. He's smarter than that. Now he's taking that elbow pad off. What's he going to do here?
Watch out.
Misses with the flying elbow and gets a roll up here. Boy.
1, 2, 3. He got him.
All-American.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by pinfall, the All-American.
He is the winner, but he is hurt for sure, grabbing that shoulder after he gets the victory here. Christian Rose kind of throwing a temper tantrum in the ring as he is on the losing end here.
The All-American, though, we've seen this before, though. He's made the comeback before. He was able to finally get himself some energy. He got that red-blooded American running through him, and he had missed the big boot. But then it was a simple schoolboy, a little salute there to Christian Rose. And it was a schoolboy putting all his weight. They got him the 1, the 2, the 3. Your winner, the All-American.
A good win for the All-American here on Collision. Ladies and gentlemen, today's main event is huge, and I mean that literally. It's Allwardt versus the Mississippi Madman, with the winner of this match becoming the new #1 contender for the AAPW heavyweight title. Stay with us, more AAPW Collision is on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is scheduled for one fall. Referee in charge, Mr. Scott Wolf. He comes to us from parts unknown. He weighs in at 256 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, Carnage!
Carnage, the man in black, making his way out to the ring. A fixture here in All-American Pro Wrestling, and kind of a dark figure. We don't know a whole lot about him. Comes from parts unknown. Chris, you ever been to parts unknown?
I have never seen parts unknown, but I can tell you, if that's where he comes from, I'm staying away from it.
Yeah, I would agree.
And introducing his opponent.
And here comes a man that we have seen in the main event. He's had a taste of action, and now he wants more.
He comes to us all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing at 153 pounds, it's Spade!
You know, he's a little guy, but he has the heart of a champion. He is a true fighter. He has got the spirit that all wrestlers, in my opinion, should have. He has that never give up, never say die kind of attitude, and he's back again, once again, to show the fans here of All-American Pro Wrestling what he's made of and what he has to deliver.
And you know, he's been in some great contests. He's faced some of the toughest opponents that you can face in AAPW. Granted, he hasn't won those matches. He's come up just short. But Kevin, I've got to believe that he's on the verge of a huge breakthrough here at All-American Pro Wrestling.
That's right, Jay Spade, an up-and-comer, no doubt about it, facing the seasoned veteran, Carnage, who has been around AAPW for quite some time now, and these two kind of stalk each other. And Jay Spade going for the crowd support.
And I think he's got it, Kevin. And Carnage, not a fan. He just wants to beat people. He doesn't like the fans, and
You know, he's perfectly fine with the fans not liking him, but Jay Spade, he feeds off that energy. He may be down, he may be crashed, he may be out, but when those fans are behind him, he rises to the occasion, and he's able to get some of the best moves I've seen in a long time.
That's right,
Ooh.
a big scoop slam there, and that's what brought him back to AAPW. He had taken a beating from Allwardt several episodes ago, a couple of pile drivers. He was gone for a while, but he came back, and he has that fight, he has that desire to perform in front of our audience.
And you know, we saw him take on 3G Eric Wayne a few episodes ago, and he held into him. He had some of the most spectacular things that I've seen in a very long time. He held with 3G for the longest time. Again, he came up just short, but again, that just shows you that Jay Spade is a guy that you got to keep your eye out for as the power of Carnage is coming through here.
That's right, Carnage kind of throwing him around the ring almost like a rag doll, and Jay Spade holding the back there. Referee checked with him. He says he wants to continue on. I would expect nothing less from Jay Spade.
Carnage is just stalking Jay Spade right now.
Almost bully-like in there is Carnage, kind of stalking around the ring, kind of stomping around, throwing the smaller man around, but that's the name of the game. And Jay Spade knew that when he signed on the dotted line for this matchup.
You know, and that's the thing is Jay Spade isn't going against some of the, the smaller opponents. He's going after the big dogs of AAPW, Kevin.
That's right. He's taken over now in a side headlock here, and his shoulders are to the mat. And referee Scott Wolf checking on that.
Again, his shoulders are not down, though. His left shoulder, you can see, is up.
I was going to say his left shoulder, from my vantage point, I didn't see it clearly there, but now I do. He's working to get out of that, and now moves it into a head scissors of his own, and a quick kick out, though, by Carnage, and an arm drag takedown.
And he's got him right there near the center of the ring. Jay Spade able to get a big man like that down.
Now he's working on Carnage's arm. You want to do something like that when you got a bigger opponent like this. Take out his arm, take out his strength. We saw some big thunderous body slams early on here. You can take some of that strength away, that would work to Jay's advantage.
Watch out, though. Big chop miss. Jay Spade is rolling, and a crossbody actually gets him down. He's 1-2. Oh, quick two.
Yeah, not enough to keep the big man down as there's another quick arm drag, and he locks it into an arm bar.
And the more mass you have, Kevin, the more you have pain receptors in there, and Jay Spade is working on that right now. He may be a small guy, but when you bend somebody's arm back in just the right way, you can get even a big man down.
That's right. He's taking the big man down, has him down on the mat here early on in this contest. And Carnage back up to his feet, though.
And it looks like he's given almost nearly a foot given up by Jay Spade as a shot looking right to the head, though, by Jay Spade to Carnage. Carnage, though, trying to come through. Quick duck down, a beautiful drop kick.
That was a very good drop kick off the ropes like that. And Carnage thinks now he may have bitten off a little more than he can chew, and he's calling for a timeout as well.
Well, Jay Spade, I mean, when you've got a guy that you're giving up almost 100 pounds to, and he's got to be frustrated right here because you'd think Carnage has got the muscle, he's got the know-how, he should easily be able to beat Jay Spade, but Jay Spade's giving him a run for his money.
I think Carnage thought this was going to be a cakewalk. He was going to just come in here and push this guy around and get the 1, 2, 3, but clearly Carnage hasn't been doing his homework. Jay Spade is a fighter and is not going to give up. The heart of a lion.
Jay Spade trying to figure out his next maneuver as Carnage is getting ready to come. He's stalking him, and a shot right to the gut.
That's right. A big boot to the belly there, and a forearm across the back. There's another one. And Spade is reeling from that right now.
Spade takes so much punishment, Kevin, and I don't know how he's able to just control and deal with all that pain. But you see some of the arches his back, and again, Jay Spade not able to come up with errors. We got a big suplex. Watch out!
Holds him up there for a little bit and brings him crashing back down to the mat.
Again, you see how he's arching his back. He's in so much pain. I don't know how he can deal with it sometimes.
That's right. That is not a good place right now for Jay Spade, as a rake of the boots right across the eyes there takes his vision away from him as well.
Jay Spade's trying to gather himself here and maybe mount some kind of offense as a shot right to Carnage's chest, but shot to the head as well.
And Carnage whips him into that far buckle, and jeez Louise.
You saw the ring move, Kevin?
It did move. Jay Spade definitely hurting right now, but referee checks with him, and Jay says, no, let's keep this one going.
Well, Jay Spade is, like you said, he has the heart of a lion. He is not going to give up. Shot right to the head by Carnage. Now he's just stalking him. He's just taking his time and picking him apart.
Almost toying with him. and Jay Spade back up to his feet, but not for long. Oh.
Did you see that? I mean, his jaw just fell right on top of that knee of Carnage.
Yeah, that was a very jarring move for sure. Jay Spade might have knocked a couple of teeth loose there as Carnage now. Oh, backbreaker right across that knee. He says that's it. It might be.
1, 2, no.
Not enough. Not enough.
Man, it just looked like two. I mean, it was a choking backbreaker. He choked him, lifted him up so high, and another quick count. No.
Jay Spade will not give up here, folks.
As the fans continue to get behind Jay Spade, and that's what Jay feeds on as Carnage now into a submission maneuver on that injured back already.
That's right, kind of taking those arms away from him and bending them back, pulling them back with that knee into the back, adding the pressure.
Look at where that knee is. Look how much is curling up in his back.
That cannot feel good right now. Jay Spade, though, not giving up, shaking his head no as the referee, Scott Wolf, asks if he wants to give it up.
Jay's got, and again, cinching that in, but Jay's got to try to get out from under his feet. He's got to try to get to a vertical base here to break this hold, and looks like Jay Spade's doing it. The referee says no, and a stomp to the foot by Jay.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and Jay Spade cleverly gets out of that maneuver.
And now Jay, I don't know what he's got planned here. Watch out. He's trying to get Carnage to move, but no.
Carnage won't go.
Oh, man. He's too much man
to move.
Locks
him up.
Man.
That back has got to be hurting right now.
That's raw power, Kevin.
That is absolute power by Carnage. And now Carnage has kind of backed off a little bit.
You know, we saw that, though, Jay Spade tried to move Carnage. That's just so much man to move. And now into a bear hug.
And he's got those fist clasps right around the small of the back there, taking the life, taking the breath, the very breath out of Jay Spade right now.
Jay is trying to breathe. As he breathes in, he feels that pain. You know, that's just something you've got to try to fight through. And I don't know how he's going to break this up, Kevin. I don't know how.
Yeah, Carnage cinching it in. It is tight. As long as Jay stays on his feet, he might be all right here. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, Carnage breaks the hold.
I think he was trying to take off his mask, Kevin.
Another smart move there. We have not seen what Carnage looks like. Jay Spade trying to give us a preview there. It was enough to get him out of that hold. It worked. And now he's taking advantage once again.
Watch out. Whip into the ropes. Oh, beautiful Hurricane Rana.
Very nice. And Carnage checking to make sure that mask didn't slip anymore.
Watch out. Oh, man. Jay trying for a splash in the corner. Big boot up.
Both men now taking advantage of each other here as a flying elbow off the top, or the middle rope, pardon me.
Jay's got to get into that cover. Come on, Jay. 1, 2. Oh, I thought he had him, Kevin.
That was a late kick out. That's about as close as you can get to a 3 count here, folks.
Carnage is a little dazed, I think.
Carnage is definitely dazed as the referee tells Jay, no, that was just a 2 count. Carnage whips him in once again.
Heads up. Boom.
Nice bulldog headlock.
He's got him.
Right off the mat.
Cover him, Jay. Cover him. You got to cover him. He says no.
I think he's going to the top rope.
Oh, he wants to show off for these fans, Kevin. I'm not sure how wise of an idea that is, though.
The folks here love it. He's holding that back, though. He's not 100%. I don't think he's still 100% from the last time he was here.
Watch out. He's on that top rope.
Perched up and...
Oh! No. Carnage reversal. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is.
Got some pin there.
Here's your winner, Carnage!
Another valiant effort by Jay Spade, but just not enough to put the big man away.
Oh, man. I mean, I thought Jay Spade had him right there when he had that big cross body. But Carnage, with the wherewithal, he knows he's a veteran of that ring. He was able to reverse it into a huge power slam. And your winner here is Carnage. And the story here, Jay Spade looks hurt, Kevin. I mean, he's taken a lot of abuse over the past few weeks.
He absolutely has, Chris. And that match just a few seconds ago was taking a lot of beating to the back there. He's getting rolled out of the ring here. We're going to check on him and make sure that Jay Spade is okay.
I don't know. I mean, we've seen it before, Kevin. I mean, he's taken a lot of abuse to that back, and Jay definitely is going to need some help to get back to the back.
Our ringside attendants keeping an eye on him.
I think he asked, he didn't want their help.
Yeah, again, that's that heart of a fighter here. He's showing us something here as the fans get behind him once again and start cheering. And that's what it's all about for Jay Spade. He feeds off that fan support. Not the biggest dog in the fight, but he at least is in that fight every time.
As you said, Kevin, the heart of a lion, and quite possibly he's got the biggest heart here in All-American Pro Wrestling.
The fans love him for it.
And still to come here on Collision, the old school warrior Axe Allwardt faces the 450-pound Mississippi Madman, and the winner will become the #1 contender for the AAPW Heavyweight Championship. Stay tuned, you're watching the best wrestling in the region. This is AAPW Collision.
Ladies and gentlemen, AAPW Collision is brought to you by Black Diamond Harley-Davidson. Open 7 days a week, and they'll trade for anything. Just test them. For more information on their inventory, merchandise, upcoming events, and more, visit them online at blackdiamondhd.com. Black Diamond Harley-Davidson, come join the party. Collision is also brought to you by Withers Broadcasting. They're your home for Saluki basketball on the air at 105.1 VZA, and after the game for Saluki Extra, the post-game show after the post-game show. For more information, go to mywithersradio.com. And don't pay twice for the same home remodel or project. Call Rocky Comfort Builders and do it right the first time. Call 618-967-7236 or visit them online at rockycomfortbuilders.com. Rocky Comfort Builders, building green for over 30 years. Let's now head into the ring with my colleague, Kevin Hunsperger.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to invite the masterpiece, Mike Masters, to the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All-American Pro Wrestling, and my partner and colleague Kevin Hunsperger in the ring for this interview that Mike Masters not requested, but he demanded this interview time right now as the fans show exactly what they think of the masterpiece Mike Masters. And you know, it's one thing that we've seen Mike Masters, he's lost time after time after time, but I don't know how, as a man, when you continue to lose, how do you get time like this? But in any event, Kevin Hunsperger, my colleague, is in the ring. And, you know, as we've said, and we've heard this before, business just might pick up here as Mike Masters makes his way to the ring. I want to remind you folks, we have got a fantastic main event coming up here as Mike Masters, we'll tell you about it in just a moment.
Now, Mike Masters, you have been a professional wrestler for 12 years now. You've gotten into this ring and you've done battle. You've been with All-American Pro Wrestling for quite some time, but also for quite some time we've noticed you've been on a bit of a losing streak.
You talking to... Shut up! You listen to me. I'm not on a losing streak.
Mike, you haven't won a match since we've debuted All-American Pro Wrestling Collision. Can you explain what's going on?
Do you want to know what?
Mike Masters, let these fans get to him right here.
There's one reason. And the only reason I haven't won is because of you.
What?
You.
What did I do?
Back in April.
Kevin Hunsperger, why is it
You were doing an interview with Heath Hatton instead of the masterpiece. You knew that was my time. That was my time.
I was doing my job. I was just doing my job.
Your job is to tell them who you should be interviewing, and that's the masterpiece. I'm the only one that should be doing interviews on television. And then you had the nerve to stick your nose in my business and hit me with a chair. And if you think I forgot about you hitting me with the chair, I haven't. And I'm not done thinking about it yet. Every week I come out here and I'm doing all right until I see you sitting over there with your buddy, and then everything goes south for me. Well, it's not gonna happen anymore. You and me are gonna have to do something about this.
You gotta get out of that ring, Kevin.
Okay.
No, you're not Kevin is not a wrestler.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm not putting up with this.
Kevin, what do you, well, I don't know what, Kevin Hunsperger just left, and I mean, I don't blame him. He is not a wrestler. Kevin Hunsperger is not a wrestler. He does not belong in that ring, but Mike Masters, why would he blame Kevin Hunsperger for this? I don't get it. I just don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All-American Pro Wrestling. It is main event time, Kevin. And we've got a special guest here, as it looks like Edmund Livewire McGuire is at the ring.
That's right. He's making his way around, meeting the fans, greeting with the fans, but Edmund not dressed to wrestle, it doesn't look like, Chris.
No, I'm not surprised he's out here. The main event is going to be the #1 contendership for the AAPW Heavyweight Championship. So this man obviously has a vested interest in what's going on here.
Yeah, he's coming into the ring now, too, joining our ring announcer, Bob Fester.
He is the AAPW Heavyweight Champion, Kevin, so if he wants some time, you know he's going to get it.
He is adored by the fans as he shows that beautiful championship belt off, letting folks know that he is here. As we get an AAPW chant going here at Black Diamond Harley-Davidson. We're in the warehouse today.
Well, you know, this is the action. This is the place you want to be. It is a main event time as we're now being joined by the champion himself, Edmund Livewire McGuire.
Coming over to the table. Sit down, champ.
Ladies and
Put on a
gentlemen,
headset.
the
Join us here.
contest is your main event of the evening.
It's a nice-looking belt.
We'll be joined by Edmund here as he gets himself situated, but we're getting ready for main event time. It is for the #1 contendership for your AAPW Heavyweight Championship, and Edmund will get your thoughts in just a second as we're getting ready to head to ringside.
Introducing first, he hails from Milledgeville, Illinois, weighs 235 pounds. He's accompanied by his manager, Gaylord Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, the old school warrior, Allwardt.
Allwardt in the ring and his manager Gaylord Stevens. Edmund, this is the man that you faced before.
Yeah, me and this gentleman right here, Allwardt, the old school warrior, accompanied by his manager Gaylord Stevens. We've had quite a few go-arounds, but tonight is the night where he tests his mettle against one of AAPW's biggest and baddest. We'll just have to see
And introducing his opponent,
victorious for a shot at my gold.
As we're getting ready to see his opponent, and this is a man that you're very familiar with, Edmund Livewire McGuire.
from Olive Branch, Mississippi, he weighs in at 450 pounds, the Mississippi Madman.
6'5", 450 pounds of all business. This is the gentleman that derailed my first AAPW Championship reign. I can honestly say that it was one of the toughest battles of my entire 9 going on 10-year career. But you can believe that if he emerges victorious, it's not going to be quite as much of a cakewalk as it was for him the last time.
This is almost like jumping out of the frying pan and into the fire, though, Edmund. Either one of these guys, two big, tough men, two big, strong men that you have obviously have a history with each of them.
Yeah, me and the Mississippi Madman, we're good friends backstage. Real good guy. I mean, he's quite the opposite of what Allwardt is to me.
Axe looks a little cowardly right now.
Right. He's Axe is a tough guy, but when it comes to gaining an advantage, he's willing to cut anybody's throat, and that proves why. He is the old school warrior. He's willing to take a shortcut. Yeah.
And Gaylord accessorizing that beautiful brown suit today with a nice pink umbrella. So a little rainy day, I guess. He's prepared for that. I don't know why he brought it out to the ringside area with him. He doesn't need it here.
Kevin, we've seen Edmund Livewire McGuire in their heavyweight championship match. That umbrella came into play, Edmund.
Right. I pretty much tasted the sting of that umbrella.
He's a man you've got to watch out for. I mean, how do you prepare to face a man? Not only you're facing, when you face Allwardt, you also have to face Gaylord Stevens.
That's pretty much, it's like a handicap match because anytime Gaylord is at ringside, you can almost count on him to get involved, but he, just got to look out for him.
Referee calling for the bell as the old school warrior now sizing up his opponent, the Mississippi Madman, and I can't wait to see these two lock horns and see who comes out on top.
Edmund, I'm going to put you on the spot before this contest actually begins.
I mean, who'd you rather face here? We've seen your battles with Axe Allwardt. You've lost the championship to the Mississippi Madman. Who'd you want to face in your championship match?
You know what? When I won this belt, I made a promise to, everyone who supported me over the years that I was going to be a fighting champion. It really doesn't matter to me. I've been around the block many times with Axe, only once with Madman, and I didn't back down from either. So whoever emerges victorious, they're going to have a tough road to hoe with me.
And Axe going for an early body slam and obviously coming up short. The Mississippi Madman, 450-plus pounds. And Axe might want to rethink his game plan. He just consulted with Gaylord Stevens, who is ringside right now.
Edmund, can you comment on the vicious attack that we saw a few weeks ago after your championship match with Axe Allwardt? You were victorious as the fans chant, "You suck" to Axe Allwardt. But tell me what happened. He attacked you from behind. He had a few words for you. He said that you were a boy in a man's world, and you responded. But tell me, what was going through your mind and what happened?
That sneak attack that he put up on me, it was totally unexpected, totally befitting of a man as yellow and as cowardly as Axe Allwardt. But that also goes back to him being an old school veteran. He's willing to take a cheap shot anytime he sees fit. But one thing that Axe Allwardt can count on is that I'm not planning on laying down.
He said that he was going to read out all of the boys in a man's world. And what are your thoughts on that?
Boy in a man's world, that's one thing that he said that stuck with me because I'm every bit of a man. I mean, and this AAPW Championship proves it. I beat him once before. I like to think that I showed him what kind of a man I am, that I was willing to look him dead in his eye and knock him right down and prove to him how much of a man I was.
Mississippi Madman stood up here to Axe Allwardt. He went off the rope a couple of times, couldn't get him. Then he stuck a thumb right into the eye of the Mississippi Madman and now has taken full advantage, but tried to get him off from the ropes there. And Axe Allwardt once again coming up with a plan C or D now at this point.
It's the story of the unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. Madman is definitely an immovable object.
How do you take down a man? I mean, you faced him. How do you take down a man the size of the Madman?
Well, if I told you right now what I would do, then I'm pretty sure the Madman is, wild as he is, he's smart enough to realize, that I'm crafty enough to come up with a game plan. So I'm not going to tell you right off what I would do, but I mean, you just pretty much have to be on your P's and Q's, be on your game because he is the Madman.
And he's showing it right now as that girth is being used to his advantage, and right to the midsection. My gosh, Axe Allwardt definitely.
And Axe Allwardt is not a small man, but he pales in comparison to the size of the Madman.
Yeah, I think pretty much anybody in the ring with the Mississippi Madman here in All-American Pro Wrestling is going to not look very big. And look at that, a choke in the corner there, the referee getting in there and making the count.
Oh, here's Gaylord Stevens on the apron. You better start running
out. The referee need to get on his game, man. He half-stepping.
This is our main event, and we're being joined by the AAPW Heavyweight Champion, Edmund Livewire McGuire. It's the Mississippi Madman taking on Axe Allwardt. This is for the #1 contendership for your title, Edmund, as the Madman comes through. Beautiful clothesline.
Beautiful clothesline. I've felt that a number of times, and trust me, it took me quite some time to recover from a blow from the Mississippi Madman.
Yeah, Mississippi Madman once again now has Axe Allwardt in the corner, double chokehold there. Both hands across the throat, and Old School Warrior is out on his feet as he gets whipped into the far corner here. And Mississippi Madman sizing him up now. What's he going to do here? The big splash, perhaps.
The crosshairs are in his sight. Here comes the Madman.
Takes that champ, but he misses.
He tried to stop himself, Kevin. That's just a full head of steam, and that Madman couldn't stop himself when Axe got out of the way.
And this may be the tide changer here as Axe Allwardt now taking full advantage, and now he's choking out the big man, using that middle rope as help.
Oh, watch out. This is what you got to watch out for whenever you're going up against Axe Allwardt. That coward right there, Gaylord Stevens, man, I will slap the dog stew out of him if he ever.
Wow. Strong words from the champion, Livewire McGuire.
Yeah, you've got almost like you said earlier, Edmund, it's a handicap match, if you will, with the dirty work going on outside the ring. And there's a classic fist drop.
2.
Not enough, though.
Wow.
The big man kicks out with authority. The first pinfall attempt in this contest.
The Madman has a lot of steam in the tank. If I know this man, I faced him on one occasion. He's not staying down.
Yeah, it's a hard man to beat, a hard man to keep down, and we saw in that Battle Royal several weeks ago, he was victorious in that, threw all the other competitors out of the ring.
And it was these last 2 men, Kevin. These are the last 2 standing.
That's right, and I do remember Axel Allwardt attempting that pile driver. I wonder if he'll try that again here today.
Well, that's a big man to pile drive, but Axel Allwardt has got to do what he knows, what he's familiar with. It might be difficult to put the pile driver on him, but if he's familiar with that, if that gets him the victory, he needs to do it.
That's right. He is the old school warrior. They don't call him that for nothing, you know. He is well-versed in classic wrestling, the way it used to be, if you will, and he's learned from some of the best in the business. And
See, look at this. See, boy.
Watch out. The referee again is distracted, Edmund.
This referee needs to turn around. He's known for Brad Smithson is known for being the blind ref. For years they've called him the blind ref, and this is exactly why. Gaylord Stevens and his cowardice.
Well, you can see it in our camera shot. You can see that tape that's making the Madman fade.
Big man is down, but not for 3. As he's got something wrapped around the throat, does Axel Allwardt.
It looks like it's tape.
A piece of his wrist tape.
Yeah, and he's taking him down here. The referee, once again, in position, but not well enough to see the tape, as we just got another clear shot of it here on our camera angle.
Oh, Madman.
Madman trying to mount some kind of a comeback here. He's a big man, though. Watch out.
Why would you make a man like Madman mad? It just doesn't make sense to me, Axel Allwardt.
See, everything that Axe has done up to this point, he's brought on himself. See, look at him.
Referee admonishing Madman for having the tape. It was simply stuck around his throat.
See, Kevin, that's exactly how crafty Axe Allwardt is. He used that tape as a distraction.
Well, Edmund,
you're
familiar with this right here, the Madman. He's getting mad.
Man.
Oh.
This is where his namesake comes into play.
And I think he becomes the most dangerous, too, is a big shot right across the back there.
Those huge hands of the Madman.
And a headbutt.
That's a massive head, too. The size, I mean, that's just a huge, huge head.
Not quite a full impact splash, but a splash nonetheless, taking the breath out of Axel Allwardt as he's sent back into the corner. And he's sizing him up once again.
I'll be John Brown. You better.
He's going to flatten him.
Oh, watch out.
He moved.
Oh! And he called it that time.
And this is exactly why I probably have 3 slip discs in my back right now, because I took 3 consecutive splashes. And
he could be hitting the 5th floor slam. We're familiar with this maneuver. But Gaylord Stevens on the apron. Could it be 5th floor slam time? No.
Gaylord knocked down by his own man after getting shoved. And now a big body slam.
I think the Madman is going to take it on home right now, Kevin and Chris.
Oh, watch out. We know he's a man that's 450 pounds, but we have seen him do a moonsault off that second rope. It's called the Madman moonsault, and it's there for a reason.
Let's get it right, Christopher. It's called the Mississippi salt. There you go.
Mississippi salt.
Mississippi salt.
Well, it's a hell of a,
might be going
Ladies
for
and
it
gentlemen
here.
out in TV land, I want you to take a look at this spectacle right here, right now.
Unbelievable. Watch out, those. He's going to try for the big Mississippi salt. Oh, watch out here. The Madman. Oh! Wait a minute. I don't.
Lost his footing, it appears.
His back. He's holding his back, guys.
And Axel Allwardt rolled out of the way. A smart move by Axe, obviously.
That wasn't quite a Mississippi salt. But,
no, that Madman looks. I think he's in pain, guys. He did something to his back, guys. When he was trying for that moonsault, he did something to his back.
Yeah, both
this
men.
Is not good.
He might have, threw his back out just trying to do the backflip. Who knows?
This is not good, guys.
Oh.
And now, again, Axe is going to exacerbate it.
And Axe knows that he's hurt, and he's going to take full advantage.
He's going to take full advantage because anytime you're in the ring with Axe Allwardt, he's going to try to soften up the back because it sets up for the spine buster. The spine buster is one of Axe's go-to
He's going to
moves.
pile drive him here on the concrete floor. No way.
Oh, no!
Oh!
Axe Allwardt landed on that knee and back.
He just put the flip-flops on that boy.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. That was right on the concrete.
Now, see, it's going to have to be a winner here because I haven't invested.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Look down there. Wait,
Is that a 10 count, Kevin?
That was a 10 count. The referee counted 10. Mississippi Madman counted out.
I cannot believe it. Well, you know what? I can believe this because they would stoop to the depths that they would stoop.
Your winner by way of countout and the #1 contender for the AAPW Championship,
See, I don't
the
blame
old
this.
school warrior, Axe Allwardt.
Champions, you and Axe Allwardt one more time.
And here I am. I got to deal with Axe some more, but right now I'm gonna try to go up here and
They're jaw jacking at you. All right.
As Edmund's he puts the headset down. Well, folks, we're taking a quick look at this. We didn't see the referee was counting 10, but it was Gaylord Stevens who held Madman underneath the ring, and he was able to get the 10 count, get in just in the nick of time.
Yeah, we saw it clear as day here from our vantage point. And he's threatening you, it sounds like, Chris. He might beat you with that umbrella.
Well, Axe and Gaylord and I have a little bit of a history, but I am not going to step in that ring. But Edmund Livewire McGuire now trying to calm down the Madman.
Edmund saw it as well. We all saw it, everybody apparently, but the referee saw it.
Well, hold on a second. Now
Are we going to do this match now? Here?
Oh! He just threw water right in his face. Here we go!
Edmund Livewire McGuire not going to take that sitting down as he's a fist of fury. Look out behind you, though, Ed.
We got to get these guys apart. We got to get security in there. Pull them apart. We got to get these guys apart. Security, get in there. Bring them apart.
Referees are trying to do their job here, trying to keep these two apart, but it is not working. These are two grown men who do not like each other at all.
We got to get somebody's got to help put these guys apart. This one is going to break down quickly, Kevin.
We need to get somebody else out here, and Gaylord Stevens in there directing traffic, and he's just hindering things, waving that pink umbrella around.
Somebody's got to, Kevin, we got to get some control. I got to get some control.
And here Axe Allwardt back to his feet. Edmund Livewire McGuire throwing the fist. He's trying to stop things here. My colleague Chris Hagstrom's gotten into the ring now as we've got Axe Allwardt and Edmund Livewire McGuire, the champion here of All-American Pro Wrestling and the #1 contender. That bottle right to the face of water incensed Edmund Livewire McGuire, and he's gone crazy. We've got a referee down now. These two are not stopping. There's security in there. Folks, we are out of time. What will happen between these two next? Tune in for our special Christmas Eve edition in 2 weeks to find out.
We wait.